99.3 Nigeria Info.
The nation's number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're back on the last hour of the show. 6 minutes past the hour. It'll hit 7 minutes in a matter of seconds. I'm Sheriff Quadry. We're streaming live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. You can watch us on Nigeria Info 99.3 page on Facebook. Detail for YouTube as well. Feel free to join our conversation on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. We want to this morning continue with our series on roads to 2023. We want to look at the last weekend's PDP primaries, presidential primaries, and what eventually panned out. What came out as the main result, the emergence of Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President of the Federal Republic. As well, look at the VP position and possible reaction from other political parties, being led by, of course, the the ruling party, that is, the All Progressives Congress, APC. Again, I'm Sheriff Quadry. You're welcome. The news manager, Cool FM, Nigeria Info FM, and Wazobia FM Lagos, Ufuoma Egbamuno, joins me on the show this morning. Ufuoma, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Big title. When money no dey pocket.
Stop lying.
I am not.
No, you're playing.
Okay, let's not go there. Before Mr. Femi hears that, or the CEO gets to hear that. Anyway, good morning. It's good to be here again.
How was your weekend?
How was my weekend? I think it was a bit short, but I had fun. Was at Go Fest.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to go initially, but on a second thought, I just felt like dashing into the arena, and I stayed for about an hour, 30 minutes or thereabout, and it was good. It was really, really good. Came back home with my bottle of red wine and watched the Champions League in front of my own room.
Yeah,
and it was so great watching Liverpool lose that one. I'm so sorry, Liverpool fans, but it is what it is.
It's no secret that you don't like the EPL, but it's okay.
No, it's not. I'm a fan of Arsenal. Why would I not like the EPL? Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the annoying media agenda by the British press, and I've taken it upon myself, to correct all of those annoying notions. Just like Michael Owen, 2-3 minutes after Real Madrid won the game, saying
all kind of things.
Liverpool, we are the best team in Europe. Like, come on, how do you say that kind of nonsense?
All right, we'll leave that to you and the family and the gang to continue, right? Also, over the weekend, the People's Democratic Party held their presidential primaries.
Yep.
You observed it. You saw how, first and foremost, tell me about the news of monetizing the process, especially the primaries. Dollars flying, even though we didn't get to see, but I mean, the news was everywhere.
Sheriff, if I'm being honest with you, the question on my mind, and I'm sure a lot of Nigerians' minds over the weekend is why are we not delegates? I'm sure a lot of persons are even asking themselves that question right now. Why are we not delegates? Because yes, you might not have the hard evidence, to back it up.
Yeah.
But Sheriff, we saw videos. We saw videos of persons collecting, their monies back after supposedly not getting the votes. We heard about some aspirants threatening, with quote-unquote bandits, to attack delegates who collected their monies and did not vote. I think I saw a video over the weekend of a delegate who bought a brand new Chacha moto, tear rubber. Go and look for dollars right now. It's scarce.
Yeah, it is.
Go to the bank. They'll tell you, well, it's not there.
It is.
Why? It's very simple. It didn't start today, let's be honest. It did not start today. It's been like an age-long problem we have where this indirect process delegates have to be induced by a lot of money. I'm sure we'll talk about that and how it affected the primaries. But,
that's actually where we're going right now. Like whether you feel it had any impact.
Whether I feel, of course, it did have an impact. It's not. So money is not everything.
Yeah,
that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
If you rely on just money, you probably would be a Nyesom Wike today who lost out. Because to a large extent, Nyesom Wike as great as he is in the PDP, and the fact that over the years, at least over the last 4 years, he's been a dominant figure supporting the party.
At some point, single-handedly.
Yeah, you could argue, as some have alleged, with the treasuries of the treasury rather of the state government. You would think that if it was just all about money, he probably would have been declared the winner in the early hours of Sunday morning. But money played a huge role. Money is the reason Peter Obi left the party. One of the reasons, actually, because he said it repeatedly that he doesn't have that kind of money to throw around. Hayatuddin, the former banker, did put out a statement in the early hours of Saturday morning and said, "Hey, I'm done with this. I can't do this because I can't spend the kind of money that people are putting out there." So yes, money played a huge impact, but there were other factors too that came into play.
What are those factors? Let's put them down.
Experience, northern collaboration. Because remember 2 months ago when we had this conversation?
Yes, we did.
I did state it specifically here that the most likely winner of the PDP primaries was going to be Atiku Abubakar. It was not in doubt. It was not a hidden secret. It was almost obvious, being that this is 29 years after he first contested as he first wanted to be president under the SDP in 1993. Lost that one to the eventual winner Mko Abiola. Wanted to replace his former boss Olusegun Obasanjo in 2007. Had issues in the PDP. Moved on to the ACN. Lost out. Wanted to contest. Came back to PDP in 2011. Lost out. So he's got that experience going for him. However, money came into the picture. From what I have gathered, as at Saturday morning, as at the morning of that primaries, it was looking like Nyesom Wike could have
won
it.
Primaries, yes.
Because Nyesom Wike had the backing of some of the southern governors. In fact, he actually had backing of many of the governors, and that the governors to a large extent control the machinery of their states.
That's right.
So he had that going for him. One, he also had the fact that he had a lot of money allegedly to throw around. He is young, and then there are some persons in the PDP who believe that Atiku is way past his prime, and should give room to someone new. That's on that hand. So looking at it from that angle, it was looking like Nyesom Wike could have gotten it. And so reportedly there were certain meetings that went around that Saturday morning, stroke Saturday afternoon. Some northern elders reportedly, had a meeting and told some of the northern aspirants, to step down. I, from what I gathered, that was actually one of the reasons, apart from the money issue, that Hayatuddin, that made him, step down. Reportedly, the governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, said he was going to consider it. Reportedly, of course, none of us are in the room. We're just getting second or third hand information. But the bottom line is that proved to be, a major game changer. Because reportedly the governor of Sokoto State had about 120 or thereabout delegates, who were on his corner. Eventually Atiku won with 371.
That's right.
Nyesom Wike got 237 or thereabout. If you take out 121 from Atiku's vote, you are looking at 250 something. So you would have seen that the margin between what he probably would have had if Aminu Tambuwal did not step down and ask his own delegates or people who wanted to vote him to vote for Atiku, it would have been close. It would have been, a 20 mark difference. Now, imagine that 70 of those 120 delegates voted for Wike. Just flip the coin. Imagine it. Now, what this would have meant that Wike most likely would have won on Saturday night or the early hours of Sunday morning. So from what I gathered, there was that meeting with the northern elders. We hear some former generals waded in. Ali Gusol, former intelligence chief, remember he was key in 2019 when he arrived Port Harcourt 2019.
Right.
The game changed for those people who who witnessed that in 2019 in Port Harcourt.
And it was reportedly the mouthpiece of the Northern Elders.
Exactly,
giving all this.
So after all that meeting, most likely that's why you saw what you saw, with Tambuwal coming and making his address and saying, hey, he's stepping down. Because here's the other side to the story. He's got age on his side. I'm talking Tambuwal now.
Yeah.
He still has a term to go as governor of Sokoto State. So what that means is that he's still going to be in and around this conversation.
That's some political investment.
Exactly. He's going to quote unquote reap it in the future.
Right.
You saw the PDP chairman, Senator Iyochayu, at Tambuwal's residence yesterday to say thank you. We've seen pictures of Atiku Abubakar going to visit Tambuwal, to say thank you. This is part of the horse trading that happened, apart from the money, apart from the money that was involved, allegedly involved, this horse trading happened, and that's why Atiku won.
Looking at the horse trading, looking at how everything panned out, apart from the money, was the process democratic?
I would say yes. Whether it was free is another it's another story entirely, because if you believe the allegations of money changing hands, I don't know how free that would be. But democratic, you would say yes. It was. There was really no hanky-panky. We've not seen allegations of any of the aspirants.
No, we've not heard
saying anything went wrong. In fact, most of the aspirants were actually on the podium with Atiku when he made his acceptance speech. The only person who wasn't there is the man who came second. Reportedly, I heard he angrily walked out of the venue, even though he had said earlier on that hey, he was going to
all
support.
Of them would support.
Who I think he would, because like he said, he's been in the PDP since 1998. He's a party man through and through.
Right.
If the presidential primary ticket of the PDP was going to be judged on loyalty, Nyesom Wike would have won it through and through, because almost everybody, all the major contenders
had gone and come back,
and all of that, from Tambuwal to Saraki to Atiku himself. So the loyal person, quote unquote, would have been Nyesom Wike. But here's also another story. Here's me also thinking that some of the delegates possibly were not also induced by money, or are not influenced, by money, because you would ask yourself, is the character, as great as he might be, I'm talking Nyesom Wike now, is his character, is his demeanor, is the way he talks in public, what you want as president of Nigeria? Some, and that some will be in a large percentage, will tell you no. Nyesom Wike this is not an accusation. You see him repeatedly.
I've heard analysis of based on characters now. I've heard analysis where quite a number of people that spoke over the weekend about character. Now, I'm glad that you went there. They said that Atiku is a calm, very focused, meticulous person, while his closest challenger, Nyesom Wike, was a loud, very erratic person. Most of them said that played. People may not be seeing that now. That it played a major role in the delegates deciding that, apart from money, quite a number of the delegates took the money allegedly,
obviously,
but then they also based their decision on so many other things.
Sheriff, they are not wrong. It's that if I was a PDP delegate, I'm sorry, I know he's the governor of the state of my wife, but I would not. I'm sorry, I would not vote him. That's me personally, and I would go with these reasons you've given, because he's quite erratic. That's his natural self. He's like that. What you see is what you get. But the question would be, do you want that for your president? It's like you can compare him to a Donald Trump. He possibly gets the job done, but sometimes he gets the job done through a crude means.
But isn't that what Nigeria needs right now?
I don't know.
Someone who can get the job done, who isn't afraid to step on toes, and who would say something that I'm going to give you power, and he will give you that power. Light will be stable. Is that not the kind of person, as against someone who is quiet in the name of being reserved, being what do they call it now? Focus and all of that.
Sheriff, but to be honest with you, I do not want us to take this conversation into a Wiki analysis or an Atiku analysis, because if I do, some might accuse me of being biased, and I don't want to get into that. I have my personal thoughts about the Rivers State governor. If you ask me as an individual, that's not who I want, as Nigeria's president. But that's my opinion, or my thoughts are really not important.
Inconsequential.
The question would be, let's also ask ourselves. I have said this repeated, and I said this 2 months ago when I was on air with you on Morning Crossfire. Nigerians vote a lot on ethnic sentiments, on tribal sentiments. In fact, people vote a lot on these sentiments across the world. It's not just in Nigeria.
Right.
And for a lot of northern folks who have watched Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State, for the past 7 years, attack, quote unquote, insult the president, who is their brother. I don't think that a lot of persons in the general elections across the Niger over there up north would want to put their thumb on the ballot paper for a PDP if their presidential candidate.
But it looked like quite a number of them already did that. I mean, we saw how close the voting process went.
I think we want to confuse delegates with the general population.
I'm talking about delegates now.
And that's what I'm saying. The delegates, let's not confuse delegates. Delegates are like a tiny percentage of the Nigerian populace. So you can't use that to compare or to judge. Besides, we don't even know who really voted for who. We don't know if it's more of the northern caucus or more of the southern caucus. My point is that if the PDP had elected Nyesom Wike, I honestly think their chances of winning the general election in 2023 would have been reduced to a large extent, irrespective of whatever good he has done in Rivers State. I'm talking Nigeria as a whole now. PDP's chances, I would say, increased a little bit, with their eventual
emergence of Atiku. We're almost due for a break. I think we can squeeze in a call or two. Then we'll go on that break. When we return from that break, we'll talk possible vice presidential slot for the PDP before we even bring in APC into APC. They've not had their primaries, so their own conversation will be limited. Once they have their primaries, then we can come back to them full swing. But let's take one call in. Okay, that call is gone. Let's take another one before the break. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
We can hear you. Please go on.
This is Joy calling. What I want to say this morning, since PDP have choose Atiku, in the South, they say they used to make proverbs say, when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? As the things have come to this stage, let us, the voter, think twice and vote correctly. Because this country cannot be like this. We cannot continue to think this way.
Thank you, Joy. Let's take another one. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please. Good morning to you.
I don't know why people bother themselves about what happened with the PDP votes, the primary election. Nigeria already have a pan-presidential candidate in the person of P2B. I am telling you, the chances of Atiku got slimmer. He has his prime at 2019.
Okay.
It can't be like that again.
Okay.
There's a pan-Nigerian candidate.
All right.
And mark today, 30th of May, P2B is going to be the next president of Nigeria.
All right.
There's going to be a mass movement that will get everybody involved.
I hear you. Thank you for calling me. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yes. Like radio is saying.
I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes, please turn off your radio. Turn it off.
What you guys are actually saying, you said that the chances of the chances of Atiku increased. Well, for me, I believe if Wike would have won that election, I believe I would have supported him and it would have been better than Atiku. Atiku is an old, how would I call it? He has been contesting for how long? And we know the antecedents of Atiku, how he has been and everything. Talking about the cool camp thing, we don't need a cool camp person. I don't care if he's a mad person. I don't care how he is or he writes whatever. What we want in Nigeria is someone to get the job done. He's not tired of the cheating. He's not tired of all that has happened in this country. One particular region ruling and ruining. Please, I beg.
All right. Thank you for calling me. She wasn't gonna take that from you at all. Let's get a break, Lagos. We'll be back and we'll talk some more. Okay, stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Sports after this.
Your ATM card will not make life sweet for strangers. Amen. Your hand will not throw your money away. Amen. People with evil intentions will not run with your ATM card. Amen.
Prayer is good. However, being extra careful is equally important, especially when it comes to your ATM card. Do not accept help from strangers at the ATM or POS terminal because they may fraudulently replace them. If you're an Access Bank customer, dial *901*911# immediately to block your account. If you suspect any fraudulent activity, you can also call us on 01-271-200-527 or send us an email at contactcenter@accessbankplc.com for further assistance. Access, more than...
Save money. It's Conga's Mid-Year Shopping Festival from 1st to 30th of June. Enjoy huge discounts for all products on Conga for our anniversary sales and other deals. Shop now. Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
Have you been disconnected because you didn't link your national identification number to your MTN number? Don't worry. If you already have your NIN, here are 5 ways to reconnect. 1. Dial *785#. 2. Text your national identification number NIN to 785. 3. Chat with Ziggy on WhatsApp number +234 9033 000001. 4. Visit my MTN NG app. Or 5. Visit www.mtn.ng. If you don't have a national identification number, just walk into any MTN store or NIMSI center near you or visit the MTN website to book an appointment. What are we doing today?
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak, rich for your peak.
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak, rich for your peak.
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak, rich for your peak.
Love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
The uncle that promised to give you money to expand your business, is he still picking your calls? And how about the woman's leader that was supposed to help you pay for your goods?
Story everywhere.
What if we told you you can get that money in less than 10 minutes with the Access Bank Instant Business Loan? You can now easily secure an Access Bank Instant Business Loan with an automatic repayment plan that suits your business. Loans in less than 10 minutes are available for existing customers only. Send a WhatsApp message to 0902-407-2068 or visit the nearest Access Bank branch for more information. Access, more than banking.
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak, rich for your peak.
Hey guys, it's Simi.
Naija, stand up. It's Tenny Makanaki.
All right, hello, how are you? It's your boy, brother Shaggy.
It's me, Mama G.
Okay, you don't link your NIN. Make sure you link your NIN with today.
Dial star 109 hash.
Star 109 hash.
And link your NIN to your new or existing Glow number.
It's simple.
Make a construct it. 20,000 naira bonus after you don't link am.
20,000 naira for free.
Yes, so free.
What are you waiting for?
Grab a Masidi hot.
Thank you, Glow.
Sis, what is it again? Oh, look at this blouse. It's lovely. Yes, it's a perfect color for your complexion. And when you step out in this air, heads will turn. Want to buy it for me? I want you to buy it so I can add it to what I'm buying on Jumia. That way, my order will be enough to have it delivered for free. Then you'll give me the money for the blouse. Shop on Jumia today and enjoy free delivery in Lagos and Abuja. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting because of the shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they trust Lush Hair Extensions. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
They don't disconnect your line sake of say you not link your national identification number to your MTN number. Make you not worry. If you don't already collect your NIN, it gets some 5 easy steps so you go take reconnect them. 1. Dial star 785 hash. 2. Text your national identification number NIN to 785. 3. Visit my MTN NG app. 4. Chat with Ziggy on top this WhatsApp number +234 903 300 0001 or 5. Visit www.mtn.ng. If you not gonna get national identification number, just waka enter any MTN store or NIMC center way near you, or visit the MTN website to book appointment. Make you do any of these things sharp oh. Opportunities still there now oh. Make I ask yourself, now wetin we dey do today?
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak. Oh, lunch. Guys, I'm going for lunch. Please, put more stew. Nice meal. My chest.
Suffering from heartburn and indigestion? Try Just Eat. My recommendation for the past 26 years. Just Eat is a brand of aluminium and magnesium hydroxide and simethicone. Just Eat is available in suspension and tablets. Remedy for heartburn, indigestion, flatulence, and acidity.
Jested, now available in new packs. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read leaflet inside.
You need money? Rent money. Business money? Rent money. School fees money? Rent money. Anything money? Rent money. House rent money? Rent money. Money to hold body? Rent money. You want to invest your money? Rent money. Anything money? Rent money.
For personal or business loans or to earn more money on your savings, visit rainmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Need money? Rent money.
The FIFA World Cup only comes around every 4 years. And we are here for every bit of it. Every goal.
This is spectacular.
Every cheer.
This is absolutely wonderful.
Every tear. Every upset. And every bit of glory. Catch every one of the 64 games from the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 live in HD on Supersport on DSTV. Here for every fan.
Oh, Mo. God, you don't blow. Now, full match enter penalty. You stream live for your phone, so.
Now, as Airtel they give me more data, now to they flex more.
Pakam, now who get more? They do more. And with the new Airtel data more plan, say 500 naira go give you 2.5 gigabytes. And with 3,000 naira, now 11 gigabytes flexing you enter. So, dial star 141 hash now to begin enjoy.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
promised to give you money to expand your business. Is he still picking your calls? And how about the woman's leader that was supposed to help you pay for your goods?
Story everywhere.
What if we told you you can get that money in less than 10 minutes with the Axis Bank Instant Business Loan? You can now easily secure an Axis Bank Instant Business Loan with an automatic repayment plan that suits your business. Loans in less than 10 minutes are available for existing customers only. Send a WhatsApp message to 0902 407 2068 or visit the nearest Axis Bank branch for more information. Axis, more than banking.
My name na Donatus, and I be village man. All of una wey dey like to blame us village people because una business no dey do well. Shey una think say we no get our own issue? Abeg, village people no get your time o. Check yourself first.
Village people aren't the reason your business isn't growing. Introducing MoneyPoint, a business bank that helps you realize your business dreams with easy access to quick loans, ease of payment collections, and general business management tools. Visit www.moneypoint.com and let's help you power your business dreams. MoneyPoint, powering dreams.
Life for this city no balance at all. For most people like Jumbo, na so hustle every day. Jumbo go comot early momo to go work, and you go come back late for night. Traffic back and forth to be like work. Stress don become everyday party. After all this wahala, Jumbo suppose reach house relax himself, but crack for him ceiling, balcony, and one no go let am rest. Here, e get one day after one kind heavy rain, Jumbo reach house, come see say all him electronics, expensive laptop, TV, home theater don dey swim, sake of say im roof and wall dey leaky. What an expensive joke.
Yes, so don't let cracks and leaks ruin your home. Use Top Shield, a quality waterproofing product for all kinds of concrete, roof, slab, or decking issues. Top Shield, another quality product from Pure Chem Manufacturing, the makers of Top Bond.
Guy, if I tell you all this plenty airtime and data, who are they take flex? Now dash glow dash me, you go believe.
Dash get for this kind of economy. I beg you.
Dey there now, as I buy my glow sim like this, spirit, I first collect 1,000 naira welcome bonus, Sarah. As I come recharge, bam, glow knock me 10 times airtime bonus. I also enjoy double data. Join.
Wait, you mean 1,000 naira welcome bonus?
Yes.
Plus 10 times airtime bonus?
Yes.
Plus double data again?
Yes.
For which universe now?
The glow break the universe now. You want try?
Oh, no wonder boys they flex anyhow on top phone 247 non-stop. I talk
My people, not let grass grow under your Lego. Go get your glow sim today. Dial star 777 hash to buy and enjoy 10 times airtime bonus plus up to double data. Also, get free 20,000 naira bonus when you link your NIN to your glow line. Offer day for both new and existing subscribers there.
Glow Unlimited.
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak, rich for your peak.
Welcome to the Woodland Estate, located at Lekki Phase 1, near Nike Art Gallery, Freedom Road Junction. We have 44 units of 4-bedroom terrace duplex at 150 million each, and 44 units of 2-bedroom flat at 75 million each, off-plan rates. But we currently put up only 4 units at a promo price of 130 million for the 4-bedroom terrace duplex and 60 million for the 2-bedroom flats. Why not take advantage of this great opportunity? For inquiry, please call 0803 8000 606. 0803 8000 606. You cannot afford to miss this huge investment opportunity. Invest in real estate. Invest for your future.
Life can be easier when you get help for your business. You go there sell more. Sending fulfillment. We go store your goods for you. We go pick and package it. Deliver to your customers.
Sending fulfillment enables online businesses to earn more, reach more, and grow more. Download the Sending Fulfillment app today and let's fulfill for you. Sendy, do more.
Anytime your data finish, it dey show, Gabi. Could be like say they cut your wire when everybody get light. From now, anytime your data finish, you will take chicken money, subscribe on top MTN all social bundle for 50 naira daily, 100 naira weekly, or 250 naira monthly to browse yafu on top Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Ayoba, WeChat, to go, Biscuit, or Heskime. Easy.
Dial *131 *3 *6 # to subscribe to MTN All Social Bundle. Make you begin the browse yafu yafu. So, now wetin we dey do today?
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Right back on the Crossfire 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Sheriff Quadry. Ufuoma Egbamuno is a news manager, Wazobia Info Lagos, and he joins me on the show today. This morning we're looking at the just concluded PDP's presidential primaries, and we are looking at all the sides to that event. We have spoken a lot about what happened last weekend on Saturday, but Ufuoma, let's look at what is left right now that is still open, and that is the vice presidential slot for the PDP. Now that they have a northern presidential candidate, what will be the appropriate thing to do for the vice presidential slot?
It's very simple. Get someone from the from southern Nigeria, irrespective of the opposition from some southern groups. Remember on our news this morning we talked about the Middle Belt Forum, Afenifere, and of course Ohaneze Ndigbo. That combination. I've forgotten the name they call themselves. They've been vociferous in their thoughts about having a candidate from the southern part of Nigeria for equity, for fairness, for justice, like they say. And I to a large extent, I agree with them. I remember talking about, the article I wrote on Nigerian Info's website in February, where, I mentioned a couple of persons who I felt were Nigeria's best candidates. And I in that article, I did not mention any northerner because as far as I'm concerned, after 7 years, 8 years next year of President Buhari, it's only fair, that we have a candidate from southern Nigeria. South, Someone would ask, and I've got loads of those questions saying, "Oh, why are we not talking about capability, competence, and all of that?" Well, in every local government area in this country, there are competent people. There are people with competence. There are capable people who can as well be president of this country. So, if because Nigeria is multicultural, it's diverse. I remember that the late Sani Abacha, was one who ensured that we had these 6 regions way back in the middle 90s, because there was always this hue and cry about how the dominant tribes, dominated everything. At the point in time, it was just a Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba kind of thing. But Nigeria has over 250 ethnic groups. Even in Yoruba land, you have different types. In Delta State, it's crazy. There's this Soko, there's Urobo, there's the Shekiri, there's the Ijaw, and even in the Soko, there's multi-layers.
Yes.
Even in Igbo, I grew up in the East. I speak Igbo very well. If the Ebonyi man is speaking Igbo yet, trust me,
you won't understand.
Sometimes I don't even know what it feels like. You're speaking Hausa. That tells you how diverse Nigeria is. So, the persons that. Yes, it's not in the constitution, but remember that in the constitution, you have federal character. This is to ensure that no person has this due advantage over the other. So, in that sense, Atiku has a huge mountain to climb. But of course, he's going to get someone from southern Nigeria.
Who do you think would be most appropriate for him? I want us to perhaps try and look at whether he has the options from the people that contested for the president's slot with him, whether it be advisable for him to pick a running mate from there or to go look elsewhere for his running mate.
So I think Atiku would not want to make mistake in quote. I don't think it was a mistake, but politically it looked like it was a mistake. When Atiku picked Peter Obi as his VP in 2019, in the run up to 2019 elections, some of the governors or some of the power brokers in the PDP did not like that. They wanted to have a say in that decision, but Atiku reportedly made that decision himself. That angered a few persons in the PDP, and some would argue that he made a few persons not work as much as they would have worked for Atiku. So there's the talk right now in the PDP that Atiku does not want to make, again, quote unquote, that mistake, that he would leave. He would have a say in the decision, but he would still leave it, open in such a way that the major stakeholders, and of course, you know who the major stakeholders are, mostly the governors, will have a big part, in making this decision.
Right.
The obvious choice, many people would think, would be the man he beat, Nyesom Wike, but I don't think, personally, I don't think that both of them, would work
together.
Well, exactly. They are strong-willed individuals. If you believe the grapevines, the governor of Delta State, Okoa, is most likely going to be Atiku's running mate. If you believe, reports from the grapevine.
Yeah.
But it's June 10th. By June 10th or thereabout, 10 days or thereabout from now, we should know, because of course they would have to upload.
In some quarters, I'm also hearing of Obaseki.
I don't think so. Obaseki still has about 3 years of his tenure to go. I don't think about that.
It won't be.
I don't think
place.
so.
I mean, it happened to Jonathan, so why not Obaseki?
Well, it happened to Jonathan at the time, but let's not forget, at that point in time, PDP was almost assured of getting the presidency. They were the party in power at the time. Right now, they are the opposition. I think you need to also put that into consideration. Besides, as much as the PDP is the one ruling Edo State now with the governor, PDP doesn't have that much of a stronghold as you would say they have in Delta State, for example. Even though, to be honest, the APC in Delta State is waxing so strong, and I'm sure in the coming days when we start looking at governorship elections across the country, we'll possibly talk about that. But right now, I think the front runner is Okowa, who's also a former senator, and present governor of Delta State.
Will the decision of the PDP to go with a northern candidate as their standard bearer affect their hold on the south?
So here's what I think. The 2023 election is going to be one that, Sheriff, it's going to throw up a lot of surprises. This election is not going to be as straightforward as a lot of people think it will be. Here's why I say so. Number one, the Electoral Act is going to block a lot of nonsense.
It's not being signed, has it?
It's been signed. It's the amendment that's not been signed.
The amendment, that's what I'm talking about.
The one functioning now is the one signed already. The amendment is just a few things, added, but that's what's going to be used. The Electoral Act means that, or if it implemented very well, it means that it's going to be electronic transmission. Remember, usually rigging allegedly is done at collation centers. You vote your 50 and 100 in your different polling units. Some persons allegedly come to collation centers and write figures. Now, they do this allegedly on the back foot of the fact that they know that the Electoral Act does not stop. The Electoral Act is not looking at the number of people who voted in polling units. It's looking at the total number of registered voters. That's what usually counts.
That's right.
But right now, the voting in each of the polling units will be sent electronically to a server. So if you voted 50 in your polling unit, you can't go and say 75 in the collation center because there will be discrepancy. Do you get? So that's going to cut a lot of, I'm not saying it will eradicate rigging totally, but to cut it off a little bit. Today, INEC is starting mock test of their Beavers
the machine.
That's also going to cut a lot of it. And then the emergence of Peter Obi away from the PDP, to go to the Labour Party. For a lot of Nigerians who are tired of the APC and the PDP, Peter Obi represents a different prospect for them. And I think whether he's going to win the presidency in 2023 I can't judge that right now. I don't think he will, but I think he will garner enough votes to disrupt the duopoly of the APC and the PDP. And to a large extent, it will disrupt both parties. Remember that the PDP boasts of their, at least in the last election or the last 2 cycles, boasts of getting enough numbers from the South. The APC, they've not done their primaries, but most likely after 8 years of Buhari, they're looking at getting a Southern candidate. With Peter Obi, a Southern candidate, what that means is that there's going to be a lot of disruptions in the APC and the PDP. I am predicting that we might not have a clear-cut winner in 2023. We might have to go to a runoff. That's what I think.
Most likely. Okay. All right. Let's go to the telephone and take a few more calls before we go this morning. Let's see who is here. Good morning to you.
Mr. Sharif, good morning.
Morning to you, sir. Yes, please.
Thank you. You see, I think aside the Samboa, a lot of things work against Wike. And that is why I talk about the unity of the South. I think the governor of Delta State work against Wike, including Obaseke and the governor of Akwa Ibom State, all because they want to be a running mate to Atiku. So Wike has done his best. In terms of character, I think Nigerians don't know what they want. Because we've seen that what happened in China should happen in Nigeria. What happened in Ghana is what we want in Nigeria. But we don't want the person of Wike. He's the kind of man that will carry out that peaceful revolution that we've been looking for.
Thank you, Joy Baba. Dan Baba, rather. Joy is here. Joy, hi. Morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes,
For my in-law. I like your analysis.
Good morning.
Good morning. See, I will say it again. Igbos don't know how to play politics. Now, they have now succeeded in dividing their votes. If the APC, if they do their primaries and they get a Southern candidate, sorry more for them. If they had rallied around themselves together, the Southern people, and bring out a clear-cut person, I think they would have got a long way. But no, everybody is saying the Southwest is coming, the Southeast is coming, the Southside is coming. If they had all gathered together and say, let us bring someone from the Southeast, I tell you, they will give the South, the North a very tough time.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I'm sorry, but we need to leave it here. Ufuoma, we need to go. We've had this conversation because of the primaries of the PDP, APC primary, hopefully.
This weekend. I am looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it.
Indeed.
It's going to be... So if it's thrown open, which I don't think it would be, we might get surprises.
We're looking at a consensus, Abi?
I think most likely we'll
like
have a consensus candidate. And you never can tell. It could be your former president.
All right. Ufuoma, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Ufuoma is a news manager, Kuwazobia Info Lagos. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Tomorrow we'll look at another angle to this conversation on the morning crossfire tomorrow. And on Wednesday we'll do the same. We're talking party primaries Monday through Friday. And on Thursday on the crossfire we talk dyslexia in children. Dyslexia Nigeria will be joining me on the show then. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Good morning to you.
Never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's